Hey everyone, it's Jenna Melanson from Canadian Beats Media. I'm here with rising Canadian singer-songwriter Sophia Farcassi for our latest segment of 5 Qs. Welcome, Sophia.
Hi, thank you.
So before we get into it, care to introduce yourself a bit more in depth?
Sure. Well, I'm Sophia Fracassi. I am 19 years old. I'm a singer-songwriter. I am from a little small village in Ontario called Everett. And I grew up just like 10 minutes from there. So I've been a small town girl my whole life. And yeah, I've been singing since I was 5 years old, writing music since I was around, I think I wrote my first song when I was 9. That actually made sense. And yeah, ever since then it's been a musical journey to say the
Sure.
least.
Awesome. So you've unveiled your single Dance with Myself. Tell us a bit about the writing process behind that release.
So yeah, I wrote Dance with Myself like fall of last year. And I was really struggling, I think, with my identity and just sort of like tying it to the wrong things, if that makes sense. I think I was putting so much stock in my musical career in terms of like whether something was being successful, whether it was not doing well, and just had slipped into some real like people pleasing tendencies where I didn't feel like I was being true to myself anymore. I was really overwhelmed. And so I sat down one day and I started writing this song, and it is just about like freedom and independence and not being worried about other people's opinions of you and how they perceive you. Because at the end of the day, I mean, like you've got yourself and you want to be okay with who you are, because you're always going to be with you, and people come and go and their opinions come and go. So that's I think that's the main story behind the song.
Uh, Describe your sound in 5 words or less.
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, I'm gonna have to like count it on my hand. Um, I don't use 5 words or less. I don't know if you picked up on that already. Okay, up with um extra raw elements. Does that work?
That
And I'm
works.
like, do you want me to elaborate on like what I mean, or like does that make sense?
You can if you want.
I guess the overarching theme would be pop. Like when you hear it, it sounds very poppy. But I really want to inject like a good story into everything. And I would say there's kind of some more like external elements to it that maybe don't fit right into a pop category.
Okay. Yeah,
Although that is a broad category.
sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So you're heading on tour with Amanda Marshall throughout Canada. If someone has yet to see you perform live, what can they expect from your performance?
Well, for this tour, I am solo, so I don't have a band for this one. It's
Okay.
just me and my keyboard, which I'm pretty used to performing that way. I've done that my whole life. I love talking to the audience. I love like hanging out.
Yeah.
I think it's so fun. So I think if you haven't seen me perform before, something you can expect me to do. I just want to relate to people.
Mhm.
So like I love incorporating people. I want people to sing along. I want people to laugh. I want them to clap. I think that it's fun to just have the entire set feel like a moment instead of just a performance where you're sitting there watching someone. I like everyone to almost feel like they're involved and a part of what's going on.
Awesome. Um, what's your favorite thing about being a musician in Toronto?
Ooh, that's a good one. Toronto, the music scene in Toronto, I think there's definitely a lot of really creative people, which sounds like a bit of a broad answer, but there's a certain level of just like people wanting to like break molds and stereotypes and do something like new and creative that I've noticed in Toronto and just in the general area. that I haven't noticed as much other places. Like I think people are really willing to like pull from a lot of different genres
Mhm.
and even just like cultures, I think is amazing. And that's something that I really love and feel inspired by in the Toronto music scene.
Mhm. What's up next for you in 2023?
This after this tour, I guess I'll be gone. I'm leaving really soon as we speak.
Yeah.
So I'll be gone for around a month. And when I get back, I'll continue to work on the next project. So that's been in the works now for a little while. New music, Dance with Myself will eventually become a part of that
Mhm.
wider project. And I'm just really excited for this music. Like it feels so authentic to me. Not that my other project that I released last year, Marathon, did not feel like me, because it totally did. But I just think as an artist, like especially being a newer artist, you're like slowly kind of making baby steps towards who you really want to be as an artist. And I think I'm starting to get closer to that, which feels really exciting. And I can't wait for people to hear it.
Oh, for sure. All right, well, that's it for 5Qs. Thank you for joining me and have a great time on tour.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Jenna.